Man, why is that? Okay, there we go. Okay. Yeah, welcome to Bluegrass 101, an opportunity to jam as best we can under the circumstances. We are doing Blue Ridge Cabin Home. I hope everybody got that, the link to the document. It is a Flatt and Scruggs number, and it was originally, it's said that it's written by Louise Certain and Gladys Stacy, and those are the maiden names of the wives of Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs. Louise Certain is Louise Scruggs. Gladys Stacy was Gladys Flatt. Yeah, and the reason they did that was likely to avoid copyright issues or to avoid contracts with other record companies so that they would get more residuals from the music. So sometimes you'll see Certain and Stacy as the Flatt and Scruggs. I'm going to do this song in B flat. They would tune their instruments up a half pitch. So when they were playing in B flat, they would actually be capoing at the A. But this song was recorded by, if you're going to be playing along with Flatt and Scruggs, it's going to be in B flat. If you're going to be playing along with the Bluegrass Album band, they also recorded it in B flat. And this was the very first song that we did for Bluegrass 101. And I think Bob was actually there for the first Bluegrass 101, if I remember correctly. Yeah, as he nods his head. So let's learn the chord structure to it. It is a classic jam song, and it is used a lot. And there's some nuances to it. So we'll get into the nuances. So about that speed, I want to hear that backbeat. Boom, chick, boom, chick, boom, chick, boom, chick. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a well-beaten path on this old mountainside where I wandered when I was a lad. And I wandered alone to the place I call home in those Blue Ridge hills far away. Oh, I love those hills of old Virginia. From those Blue Ridge hills I did roam. When I die, won't you bury me on the mountain, far away from my Blue Ridge mountain home? Our thoughts wander back to that ramshackle shack in those Blue Ridge hills far away. My mother and dad, they're laid there to rest. They are sleeping in peace together there. Oh, I love those hills of old Virginia. From those Blue Ridge hills I did roam. When I die, won't you bury me on the mountain, far away from my Blue Ridge mountain home? I return to that old mountain home with a sigh. I've been longing for days gone by. When I die, won't you bury me on that old mountainside? Make my resting place upon the hill so high. Oh, I love those hills of old Virginia. From those Blue Ridge hills I did roam. When I die, won't you bury me on the mountain, far away to my Blue Ridge mountain home? Then there's another break, and it repeats the chorus. When we're actually doing the full song with breaks, I will do a repeat on that chorus. But yeah, that's basically the song. It's pretty simple. The chord structure for the verse and the chorus is the same. And now I'm going to talk to those that are really interested in singing this song. This song has a very interesting pattern to it. So if you think of a fiddle, when someone says do a fiddle kickoff, they'll say do 4 potatoes, and that's do doody do doody do doody do, and they call it potato because it's potato, ta ti ti, potato 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 potato. This song is the flip of that. It goes ti ti ta, like chicken stew, chicken stew. So if I was to sing this song, chicken stew, chicken stew, chicken stew, chicken stew, chicken stew, chicken stew, chicken stew. It has that pattern, not through the choruses. The choruses kind of breaks that, but it definitely has that ta-da-da. So there's a well-beaten path on this old mountainside where I wandered when I was a lad. And I wandered alone to the place I call home in those blue ridge hills far away. Now it breaks that pattern a little bit on the very last of it. But if you sing that song, and if you sing the verses in that pattern, and you can totally get into that pattern, it becomes extremely boring because of the simple fact that it has, the verses are exactly the same as the chorus. So if I'm singing this song, that's actually swinging it. So I can swing it, or I can sing it straight. There's a well-beaten path on this old mountainside where I wandered when I was a lad. And I wandered alone to the place I call home in those blue ridge hills far away. Oh, I love... And that gets really, really... What it causes is it basically causes a fatigue of the ear. The ear just knows exactly how the next pattern is going to go. It knows what you're going to sing in the next note. There's nothing that kind of piques the interest. Great if you're dancing to it because you know exactly where the beat is. There's going to be no issue to it. And I'm not really paying attention to the words or the music when I'm dancing. But bluegrass music wasn't ever made to dance to. So if I'm singing this song, and then now you can swing it. So instead of going, I can go da-da. There's a well-beaten path on this old mountainside where I wandered when I was a lad. So it's da-da, 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 da-da. And what Lester Flatt did and what Tony Rice do is they play a lot with the rhythm of the words. So instead of getting into that repetitive pattern, so right off the bat, instead of going, there's a well-beaten path down this old mountainside where I wandered when I was a lad. So sometimes he's doing it quick, sometimes he's doing holding that first note and doing, so it's like chicken stew, chicken stew, chicken stew, chicken stew. So he's modifying how that, even though like lyrically how you would say this, like if you were reciting this as a poem, there's a well-beaten path on this old mountainside. It has that natural ta-ta, ti-ti-ta, 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 ti-ti-ta. You have to really break that pattern on this song or it just loses any sort of interest whatsoever. Now when you get to the chorus, oh, I love those hills of old Virginia, from those Blue Ridge hills I did roam. It doesn't have that pattern as much, so you can really focus on just hitting your notes and being as pure as possible because we're going to add harmony to this song eventually. So think about that when you're if you're singing along to this, kind of think about how you can play around with the timing. You don't have to play it like a metronome. Your beat has to be still in time, but you can play with where you place those words. There's a well-beaten path on this old mountainside where I wandered when I was I'm still playing quite ahead of the beat. That lad, I'm really putting ahead of the beat, so I'm still pushing it. Okay, let's sing the song again, and we'll add breaks to it this time. So if Bob wants to get his mandolin out, I'm just saying. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a well-beaten path on this old mountainside where I wandered when I was a lad. And I wandered alone to the place I call home in those Blue Ridge Hills far away. Oh, I love those hills of old Virginia. From those Blue Ridge Hills I did roam. When I die, won't you bury me on the mountain, far away near my Blue Ridge Mountain home? Break. Now my thoughts wander back to that ramshackle shack in those Blue Ridge Hills far away. My mother and dad, they're laid there to rest. They're sleeping in peace together there. Oh, I love those hills of old Virginia. From those Blue Ridge Hills I did roam. When I die, won't you bury me on the mountain, far away near my Blue Ridge Mountain home? Anybody take that break? I returned to that old cabin home with a sigh. I've been longing for days gone by. When I die, won't you bury me on that old mountainside, make my resting place amongst the hills so high? Oh, I love those hills of old Virginia. From those Blue Ridge Hills I did roam. When I die, won't you bury me on the mountain, far away from my Blue Ridge Mountain home? Another break. Oh, I love those hills of old Virginia. From those Blue Ridge Hills I did roam. When I die, won't you bury me on the mountain, far away near my Blue Ridge Mountain home? Nice work, everybody. Absolutely in time and in pitch. So impressive. I'm the only one that's screwing up. So, yeah, I sped up a little bit. I tend to do that on this song. So that is the shell of the song. There's a few little nuances in there. I talked about it in the workshop I did for Sittin' Alone in the Moonlight. When you sing the term sittin', your tongue, the tip of your tongue is already there for the T. Sittin'. So you usually don't do a vowel for that. You don't go sittin'. In the same on this, when I die, won't you bury me on the mountain? Both Lester Flatt and Tony Rice do mountain. That N is basically acting like a vowel in that. So when I die, won't you bury me on the mountain, far away near my Blue Ridge Mountain home. Now you don't do it on home. You could go home, but you want to do the open vowel. That O is a way nicer vowel. Actually, if you do M, everybody, I want to watch this on camera because it's always funny. If you go home and then plug your nose, home, all of that tone stops. So all of the tone for M is coming out of your nose. There's nothing obviously that's coming out of your mouth. So because of that, think of how small your nasal cavity is. It doesn't have a very good resonant component and not a lot of air. So if you're on home, that's better. Now technically mountain would be better, because same with n, if you're saying and you plug your nose, that stops all tone as well. So even though your mouth is open for mountain, your tongue is totally blocking all the airflow. So because of that, most singers now, if they're from Nashville and stuff like that, they will go mountain. So when I die, won't you bury me on the mountain, far away near my Blue Ridge Mountain home. But I'm nerding out a little bit, so I'm singing it the way that Lester Flatt and Tony Rice would. But you can definitely go mountain, hit that sound, that West Virginia sound that they like so much in music. Because it is much more resonant. It has a better tone quality, especially when you're holding it. And speaking of tone, we got to get into some harmony for this. This song was originally recorded just as a duet. Recorded as a duet by Lester Flatt. Lester Flatt was singing lead, and Curly Seckler was singing the harmony, which is mostly tenor, but is singing some high baritone as well, and we'll get into that a little bit. And Tony Rice sang the lead, and Doyle Lawson was singing the harmony when they recorded it with the Bluegrass Album band. So they only did it as a duet as well. So we're going to learn it as a duet, and we'll see. I like it as a duet. It's a really cool duet. So if I'm starting on "Oh, I Love," it's those notes. Oh, I love, but the lead is skipping the oh, I love. So it's those Blue Ridge Hills far away. Oh, I love comes in on love. Love those hills of old Virginia. Now that would be the way that you should sing it, because you want to track it. But because it's only as a duet, oh, I love those hills of old Virginia. Oh, sorry. Love those hills of old Virginia. From those Blue Ridge Hills I did roam. So it's really, really quite monotonal. It's just hitting that one tone. Love those hills of old Virginia. Sorry, it does do that one little dip. It also does something really weird. Lester Flatt is singing, oh, I love those hills of old Ver. He's going down. Love those hills of old Ver. But the tenor is going, love those hills of old Virginia. So it actually goes up when Lester Flatt is going down. So, love those hills of old Virginia, from those Blue Ridge Hills I did roam. That whole line, one tone, except for the very end. Blue Ridge Hills I did roam. When I die, won't you bury me on the mountain, far away near my Blue Ridge Mountain home? Now he does go down there, but he doesn't go down as far as Lester Flatt does. He goes, far away near my Blue Ridge. So the tenor should be hitting this note. Far away near my far away near my Blue Ridge cabin home. Way near my Blue Ridge cabin home. Those are the notes that he's hitting on far away near my Blue Ridge cabin home. Far away near my Blue Ridge cabin home. That's what it is. Far away near my Blue Ridge cabin home. Blue Ridge cabin home. Far away near my Blue Ridge cabin home. I'm singing it different every time. I apologize for that. Far away near my Blue Ridge. Way near my Blue Ridge cabin home. That's it. Ah! Get it in my head. Far away near my Blue Ridge cabin home. Love those hills of old Virginia. From those Blue Ridge hills I did roam. When I die, won't you bury me on the mountain, far away near my Blue Ridge mountain home. Now, as I said, that is not the absolute perfect tenor. It's not tracking it completely, but I'm going to pull up my program, my handy dandy program Audacity. I'll open it up here. If I was smart, I would have opened it up beforehand, but why do that? Why be prepared? That makes me look professional. Heaven forbid I'm that. Okay, so I'm going to record my lead because I can't, because there's a delay, I can't get anybody to sing my lead for me, so I'm going to have to do it myself. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I love those hills of old Virginia. From those Blue Ridge hills I did roam. When I die, won't you bury me on the mountain, far away near my Blue Ridge mountain home. Let it ring so that I get that nice ring at the end. The natural. Okay, so if I'm going to sing the harmony to it. Oh, I love, oh, I love. Okay, that's what I want to do. Make sure this is quite loud so that you can hear it. My lead for me, so I'm going to have to do it myself. I do a false start here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I love those hills of old Virginia. From those Blue Ridge hills I did roam. When I die, won't you bury me on the mountain, far away near my Blue Ridge mountain home. So, if we go back a little bit here, I get to nerd out slightly. When I die, won't you bury me on the mountain, far away near my Blue Ridge mountain home. Okay, there's all of that tension in there because it's not exactly perfect. I'm not doing... When I die, won't you bury me on the mountain, far away near my Blue Ridge mountain home. That would be more closer. I did miss the one note. I go up and I didn't quite hit it. But that is following a lot closer to that. I'll do it again here. When I die, won't you bury me on the mountain, far away near my Blue Ridge mountain home. Still missed that one note. That's okay. But you get that idea. I'm tracking it much closer. It is overall, it's more pleasing to the ear. It's correct. But listen to it when I don't do it absolutely tracking as a duet. When I die, won't you bury me on the mountain, far away near my Blue Ridge Mountain home. It has that tension and then that resolve. You're like, that's okay. No, it's still right. Sometimes it's a passing note, and then all of a sudden I'm a fifth above. And then it goes back into this third range. So it's like tension, modal tension again, and then back to this nice. And then, of course, I end on home, home, home. So I end on that nice. It resolves. It has that. It has that resolve. It has the tension and then the resolve. So this is a really, really good song for doing that. So, my favorite part, I get to allow you guys to sing and play the breaks. So what I'm going to do is I'm only going to sing the tenor for the song, and you guys can fill in doing the lead. Now, I'm in B flat, and I see a lot of female singers out there. Okay, we're going to do it once in B flat, and then I'm going to change the key so that it'll allow other people to sing along with it. By the way, you can chat on here. You can type stuff if you want to ask me questions. You're all muted. I apologize for muting you all. I do want to hear you all. It's nice to see everybody. I enjoy seeing you all, but yeah, I can't, unfortunately. But you can type and go, Darcy, you're an idiot. Your fly's undone. All those all those things that I am good at doing. Okay, so we're gonna do it in B flat. I'm gonna leave those spots for the break. I'm gonna do like really quiet count-ins so that you know when the verses and the choruses start, and I will just sing the harmony. Okay, 1, 2, 3, break, 4. 3, 4, first verse. Here's hope. Here's the chorus. Oh, I love those hills of old Virginia. From those Blue Ridge hills I did roam. When I die, won't you bury me on the mountain, far away from my Blue Ridge mountain home. Break. Second verse. Come on. Oh, I love those hills of old Virginia. From those Blue Ridge hills I did roam. When I die, won't you bury me on the mountain, far away from my Blue Ridge mountain home. Instrumental. third verse. I will.
Oh, I love those hills of old Virginia. From those Blue Ridge hills I did roam. When I die, won't you bury me on the mountain, far away near my Blue Ridge mountain home?
There, that is Blue Ridge Cabin Home, which is weird because he never actually ever says Blue Ridge Cabin Home. So it annoys me because it's like, just title it Blue Ridge Mountain Home or sing a song so that it's Blue Ridge Cabin Home. Cabin would have cabin, because it does the B and then the N, you would do the vowel cabin home, mountain home. So cabin would be a better word, but whatever. Like typically if a male is singing something in probably more closer to A, probably a female would sing it in about the key of D. So I'm looking for some head nods out there from some of the females. It'd be,
There's a well-beaten path down this old mountainside where I wandered when I was a lad.
is that about the right key? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it. Yeah. I know you would be singing it in like, you would be singing it the octave and B flat would be flat. But yeah, for the mortals that cannot sing in that high register, D is probably for most of the females. So let's do something interesting on this. What is it?
Those hills for Virginia, from those Blue Ridge hills I did roam.
Sure, it sounds terrible, but hey, that's what you get for COVID. You're gonna get that sort of. So we'll do the same thing. We're gonna do it in the key of D. I'm actually going to put a capo on and play out of C shape. Then I don't have to think as much. So, but you can take the capo off, play it D, G, and A shapes. But yeah, I'm gonna do C shapes. Okay. Intro. 1, 2, 3. Ba ba da.
There's a hills for Virginia, from those Blue Ridge hills I did roam. When I die, won't you bury me on the mountain, far away near my Blue Ridge mountain home?
Second verse.
Virginia. From those Blue Ridge hills I did roam. When I die, won't you bury me on the mountain, far away near my Blue Ridge mountain home.
Yay! Yeah, so that's Blue Ridge Mountain Home, or Blue Ridge Cabin Home, if you're wanting to do it in the key of D. And I've reiterated this, I will reiterate it again. It is up to the singer to choose the key. Just because it was recorded in B flat doesn't mean that you play it in B flat. Whatever is the proper pitch for the singer. Now you might have to modify it a half step or a full step if the harmony singer can't quite pitch up to that note, but don't sing it in B flat if it doesn't suit your range. And if you have sang it in B flat, try it in a different key. You'd be amazed at how much a half step, if you have tried it in D, take it to D flat, take it to D sharp, see what it sounds like. That tone can really change just by modifying that half step, and all of the notes have to be good. So if you're doing this, if you're singing it and you're having to do this, that's trying to compress your vocal folds, flatten them out so that you can hit those low notes. If you're doing this, you're stretching them out and trying to hit those high notes. So if you're doing this, probably lower it a key. If you're doing this, then maybe raise it up. So instead of doing it in A, do it in B flat. If you're doing it in C, maybe do it in D. And hit those frets that you don't hit all the time. D sharp, playing that like E sharp. Yeah, like Tony Rice would sing songs in like really weird keys. Check chat. Hey Darcy, what's the phrasing on the last? Can you do C? I can do C. I will do C. And what's the phrasing in the last line and the last verse? Make my resting place upon the hill so high. Make my resting place upon the hill so high. I'm probably not singing it. I'm probably singing, make my resting place amongst the hills so... I might be changing the words. But the original words, make my resting place upon the hill so high. Yeah. Okay. Let's do something fun for C. I see a lot of guitar players out there, so I'll do banjo, and then you can play along. There we go. Okay, so for this, I am not going to do a count in. So I'm going to start the break. There's beat 1. That's when you come in. And am I going to start it slow? So if I'm starting it slow, you have 3 notes to figure out what speed I'm going to do it in. There. Beat 1. So, not going to count it in. I'm going to wait until people aren't paying attention, and I'll just start and you'll miss the beat. Okay. there's Blue Ridge Mountain Home in C, allowing you to do the guitar, the bass, mandel breaks, whatever you want to do. That's pretty much it for Blue Ridge Cabin Home. As I said, I really like it as a duet. Really, really think about modifying that timing, finding those ways to make those different verses interesting, but still staying as true as you want to the original versions of it. And yeah, find a partner if you can. If you can't, Audacity, Audac. Am I spelling that right? Possibly. Audacity, however, Audacity. It's a free program to download. You can slow down stuff. You can record yourself and then sing harmony to yourself, which is the best that you can do under these circumstances. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm going to be doing this I'm going to be doing this every Wednesday, hopefully, until we can meet again in person every Wednesday night. So stay safe. It's so nice to see some friendly faces. And yes, I will see you guys in a week. Okay, bye. Take care.